SIJJIN. Sometimes curiosity is the key to other dark worlds that you don't know anything about, and your curiosity may cause you to die or enter underworlds that have no way out, because these worlds have only one door, which is the entrance door. So you must be careful, my friend, as you run after your curiosity, because it may cause you trouble and show you other aspects of life and beings you know nothing about. In 2014, a Turkish film called SIJJIN was released. The idea of the film revolves around black magic, the underworld, demons and creatures invisible to humans. The events of the film revolve around the idea of magic. The heroine of the film falls in love with her cousin, and he is married and loves his wife and rejects her when he knows about her love for him. So the girl decides to take revenge on him and try to get close to him and attract him to her by using black magic. But the magic turns on the magician at the end of the movie, and the girl dies in a horrible way because of her heinous act. These are the consequences of preparing evil spirits and dealing with the creatures of the underworld. You will surely burn your soul and devour it. So beware of curiosity, because it may lead you to destruction. After the release of the first part of the film, it achieved great success and widespread around the world, and the director filmed the second part of the film in 2015, and it also succeeded and became a series of Turkish horror films called SIJJIN. The last film in the series was in 2019, and it was the sixth part of the series, and no one heard about any other parts for a long time. In late 2023, the seventh part of the series was released, but the strange thing is that it is not a Turkish production, but an Indonesian production, and no one from the previous parts appeared in the movie. And this is not the problem, my friend, but the danger of the movie lies in the spells and talismans used in. It turned out to be real spells that evoke evil spirits in the place where they read. Not only that, but how black magic is prepared and what animals are used as offerings to evoke spirits from the underworld were shown in detail. I know that your curiosity is now at its highest level, and that you will finish watching the video and search for the movie on the internet. But my friend, beware, and then beware of the danger of this movie. And before you try to search for the movie and watch it and satisfy your curiosity, listen to this short story of someone who follows the channel, who watched this movie and regretted it very much because of what happened to him after watching the movie. I will not mention the name of this person, but I created this video because of his strange story, which will make your mind stop thinking. In the beginning, I thank Mr. Crow for sharing my story with you on the channel to warn you. I am a 26-year-old man obsessed with horror movies of all kinds. I live in a house with my mother and father. The house is 2 floors. I live on the 2nd floor because I like quiet. And also, in order to watch horror movies with all concentration, I have watched many horror movies, some of which depend on sound effects and some of which warn people about it. But when I saw it, I found that it is normal. But my friend, in late 2023, the matter was completely different. After the release of the 7th part of the SIJJIN film series, it caused a stir on YouTube, and many people warned against watching it in a way that made me want to watch it, because I did not tell you, my friend, that I have curiosity that may lead me to death from its intensity. After all this noise, I have increased the desire to watch this movie, and anyway it will be like the rest of the movies that made a noise just to market it. But unfortunately, it was the exact opposite of my expectations. Indeed, I started searching for the movie on the internet, and it was after midnight because I like watching horror movies. At this particular time, I started searching, but I did not find the movie. Most sites publish the previous parts of the movie, but I want the last part, and I continued to search, but I did not find the movie on any site. Then an idea came to me to enter Facebook, and I am looking for a group or people interested in horror movies in the hope of finding the movie with someone. I started searching and found a group called Psychological Horror that burns the soul. The name caught my attention and I joined the group. And by coincidence, the first post I saw was talking about the movie. The admin of the group wrote a post that whoever wants the movie should send him a message on the private. But the name of the admin was strange. His name was The Way to Hell. I only thought that I wanted to watch the movie. It was 2 o'clock at this time. I sent a message to this suspicious person, and the strange thing is that he replied to the message in a few seconds, but the response was strange. He said to me, "Are you ready to face your fears?" I did not worry about his words. All I want is to watch the movie. I answered him, "Yes, ready," and then send me a link to watch the movie. I clicked on it, and the watching interface appeared to me. And indeed, it was the last part of the series, and I started watching. The movie contained terrifying scenes to the maximum extent, and its events revolve around dealing with the underworld, jinn, demons, and black magic. But I was stopped by a scene in the movie in which the magician was reading talismans and incomprehensible words, and when I started to focus on these talismans, my body began to shiver involuntarily. But I became fine after that, and I finished the movie and satisfied my curiosity, and it was very late, and I wanted to sleep badly, so I went to bed to sleep and did not even turn off the laptop. I slept quickly from fatigue, but it wasn't long before I woke up in a terrifying way that your mind can't imagine. I woke up to the sound of the talismans in the movie, and they were echoing loudly in the room. But how? I left the site after watching the movie, and the most scary thing is that someone was knocking on my room door in a crazy way. It is 4 o'clock in the morning and my mother and father were not at home. That day, my heart almost jumped out of my chest out of fear. I froze in my place, I can't think. Then the sound started to disappear gradually, and all this while I was on the bed not moving. From the intensity of terror then, I started to gather my strength and I turned off the laptop and turned on its lighting the room. I didn't feel a little comfortable, but I couldn't open the door until morning, and I could barely sleep a few hours. But all my thinking about the horrible things that happened yesterday, is this real or am I going crazy? Unfortunately, my friend, I'm not crazy, because what happened yesterday has been happening to me for a whole week, and I live in terror, and the worst moments of my life are when it's dark, because I know what will happen to me at night, and all the people are asleep while I am alone in my room, and this situation continued for a week. And then, without preliminaries, my life returned to normal as if nothing had happened. I don't know if this was a warning from evil spirits not to interfere in their world, or is this the effect of those talismans in the movie? I don't know, my friend, but I'm sure this is a warning from the other world to stay away from their world and from mysterious things that are not my business, so that I don't see hell every night. After that, I decided not to watch any horror movies again, so as not to live this terrifying experience again. Wait, what is that? It is a message from the admin of the Facebook group telling me, "Are you ready for the second stage?"